The road shimmered under the late afternoon sun, stretching endlessly through dry fields and forgotten towns. The bikers rode in a loose formation, engines humming like a single living thing, leather jackets flapping against the wind. For them, this ride was freedom. No destination that mattered, no clock to obey, just the road and the promise of motion. Then they saw her. She stood near a broken-down car on the shoulder, too still for someone waiting for help. Her clothes were dusty, her hair tangled, and there was something in her eyes that made one of the bikers slow down instinctively. She didn't wave. She didn't shout. She simply raised her hand and made a small, strange motion, 2 fingers pressed to her wrist, then clenched into a fist. Most people would have missed it. Most people wouldn't have known what it meant. But bikers live on the road. They learn signs that aren't written anywhere. That signal wasn't for directions or fuel. It was a silent scream. The lead biker eased off the throttle, lifting his fist. One by one, the others slowed, pulling over as a group. Dust rose and settled. The girl took a step back, glancing nervously toward the car. A man sat inside, pretending to look at his phone, pretending too hard. "You okay?" one biker asked gently, keeping his voice calm, non-threatening. The girl swallowed. Her lips trembled, but she forced herself to speak. Can you tell me where the next town is?" Her eyes said everything her words couldn't. The biker nodded, understanding instantly. "Yeah," he said loudly, so the man in the car could hear. "It's not far. You traveling alone?" She hesitated for half a second too long. No, that was enough. The bikers didn't think twice. They didn't argue about plans or risks. They spread out naturally, some standing close to the girl, others positioning themselves near the car. One casually took out his phone, camera already recording. Another pretended to check his bike, blocking the car's door. The man inside finally stepped out. He was tall, tense, his smile sharp and fake. "Everything's fine," he said quickly. "She's my niece. We just had car trouble." The girl flinched at the word. One biker looked straight at her. "Is that true?" Silence fell heavy as heat. The girl's breath shook. For a moment, it seemed like fear might win. Then she remembered the signal she had made. She remembered hope. "No," she whispered. Then louder, stronger, "No. I don't know him." Everything changed in that instant. The man lunged forward, anger flashing across his face, but he stopped short when he realized he was surrounded. Leather-clad figures stood like a wall, engines still warm, eyes cold and focused. These weren't helpless bystanders. These were people who had spent years watching each other's backs. "Step away from her," the lead biker said, voice steady and low. "You don't want trouble," the man snapped. One biker smiled, slow and humorless. "Neither do you." Sirens wailed faintly in the distance. Someone had already called the police. The man's confidence crumbled. He backed away, hands raised, muttering excuses that no one believed. When the police arrived, the truth spilled out fast. Fake stories, forged documents, a trail of lies that collapsed under real questions. The girl stood shaking on the roadside, the weight of fear finally lifting. When an officer wrapped a blanket around her shoulders, she broke down, sobbing, not from terror anymore, but from relief. She looked at the bikers through tears. "Thank you," she said. "I didn't think anyone would notice." The lead biker knelt slightly so he was eye level with her. "We noticed," he said. "You were brave." As the police car drove away with the man in custody, the sun dipped low, painting the sky in orange and red. The bikers mounted their rides again, engines roaring back to life. The girl watched them go, their silhouettes shrinking against the horizon. She knew she might never see them again. She didn't know their names, where they came from, or where they were headed next. But she would remember them forever. Because on an ordinary road, on an ordinary day, when fear had taken everything from her, strangers had listened to a silent signal, and without hesitation, they had chosen to act.